$13.99. 2 sets are included, so it's not bad for $7 a piece. The kit came with everything: heat sinks, thermal pads, screws, cleaning wipes, and even a little tiny screwdriver. The heatsink does have some decent weight to it, and the fins are quite tall. They do come in black, which does go pretty much with anything. The instructions are super basic, and this video is not a clear step-by-step tutorial of putting everything together. It's just me putting some heat sinks on an NVMe drive. That's it. Nothing fancy. So don't expect a clear, precise, or concise tutorial, because it's not gonna happen. Instead of using the wipes, I did use my own isopropyl alcohol and paper towels to wipe the parts, including the drive. I did a quick test run, or just, making sure that everything does fit together before actually putting it together. It's like the saying that goes, measure twice and cut once. The first part was to lay down the 0.5mm thermal pad towards the bottom of the drive, which will sit towards the bottom of that heatsink tray. The thermal pads are not sticky, so if you make a mistake, it's okay, and you can realign the pads in case you need to. Just make sure that your hands are clean prior to touching them. Afterwards, we'll lay down the 1mm pad on top of the drive, followed by the top heatsink. Then we can add the 4 screws to hold everything together. It was super easy. Now this was my first time, and I'm glad it went so well. Since the pads do not use any adhesive, you could easily remove the heatsink ensemble to use on a different drive, in case you decide to upgrade it. So now we'll put it back on the motherboard. The one thing I've noticed while putting this drive back in is that there are some capacitors and other motherboard components which kind of got in the way, at least for this specific motherboard from AliExpress. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to properly set the NVMe drive onto this motherboard. Fortunately, with a very slight wiggle, it popped in. Everything fits. Now let's take a look and see how this sucker performs.